我们先开始我们
Hello.
开始我们对 Hello okay. People here are waiting for you. Okay, so now can you start now?
So I already shared. It already say my screen is already sharing, but I'm not sure if you guys can see what I'm sharing at the moment.
Yeah, we can see and we can hear. Okay, so please, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Do you see when I change the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Sorry to keep you waiting. Some technical errors, but please allow us to start. So let us introduce ourselves. My name is I'm a founding part of Authento, and I have my founding partners here, Vince.
Hey everyone, how are you? I'm co-founder of Authento, along with them.
Hi. So Authento, we are a Web3 native verification platform, providing on-chain identity solution that bridge traditional finance and the Web3. So a little bit about us. Wiz and I work together in a global crypto exchange, and as we saw the industry gap related to identity, KYC, and we decided to find Authento, the Web3 native verification platform to bridge that gap. You can all agree that regulation is just a matter of when, not if. And SFC, for example, has been one of the pioneers that lead the regulatory innovation in the Web3 space. And in principle, that boils down to same risk, same rules, same regulations, which means that projects conducting regulated activities have to be complied with rules, particularly the KYC AML requirements. The question is, how are they going to do it? And as we look at the existing tools in the industry right now, there are gaps. So if you think about the banking KYC ML is pretty much incompatible with Web3. Projects, can work perhaps to make it compatible somehow, but it would mean a few things that projects need to put in time, resources to handle these issues, at least 2 teams, compliance team, DevOps teams, etc. And then projects handle this themselves, and that means that KYC for Web3 for user, it means 1 project, you KYC 1 time. 3 projects, user have to do it 3 times, which is not necessary. And we have technology that would enable us to just make it 1 time and user can onboard anywhere. Another solution that projects try to cope with this is self-declare, right? But there are risks that how do you know that people declaring is not lying? And the method does not also provide adequate measures to compliance. What's the result? Once regulations come in, projects unable to comply, that could lead up to $50 million fine per cases. There has been cases in the past and potentially in the future. So is it possible to build something that answers to the need of the Web3 projects? That is to onboard users into the projects seamlessly in a more compliance manner. And how seamless? Think about Google Sign. If anyone here has used Google Sign when you log into your Canva, ChatGPT, other service on the internet, it's very easy, right? So with Authento, we aim to be the Google Sign-in for Web3 onboarding. And this is how we can solve the current problem. We make it compatible with Web3, unlike the traditional KYC AML. We make it reusable. User doesn't have to do it 3 times for 3 different projects. We make it on-chain, have off-chain and on-chain checks to solve the problem of fraud, and at the same time make compliance with real-time ongoing monitoring. Let's dive into it. So first, we make it compatible with Web3. As user complete the verification, we issue the verified identity pass, a credential that allows the user to seamlessly access Web3 applications. User have options to also mint the Sobao token and can store such credential in a decentralized manner in a wallet of their choice. We also ask user to do KYC just 1 time, and you can onboard anywhere with any Web3 services. The verification is reusable as long as users are clean from any sanction lists and watch lists, as we keep monitoring through both off-chain and on-chain measures. And also the wallet is agnostic, which means user can choose wallet of their choices instead of, let's say, having to download specific applications for wallet apps. In addition to that, we prevent fraud by verifying information against government issue ID at onboarding with capabilities to serve 220 plus countries, which is pretty much global. And in addition, we make sure that users are who they say they are with biometric checks. And on top of that, our solution adheres to compliance standards. With ongoing AML, we monitor information off-chain as well as real-time on-chain transaction monitoring. And with our complete solution, we can serve multiple segments of customer from Web3 projects to traditional financial institutions looking to expand their client exposure in Web3.
Let me take over from here.
We'll take over from here.
On the amount of information that is provided to projects, we do offer this flexibility for projects to request only information that suits the needs of the platform and project. And broadly speaking, there's 3 different levels. And at the simplest level, if you're a simple project that only requires to know that your users are KYC verified, then a simple level 1 check will do. On the other hand, if you require additional scrutiny, for instance, you want to make sure the users are 18 or above and are non-US persons, let's say, then there's additional information that can be requested through level 2. And of course, for the most regulated and most heavily scrutinized projects and industries, we have what we call the full KYC, which provides all the information from a standard KYC to the project itself. But for us, we are a user-centric platform, which means the user controls who sees their information and what each platform sees. And so with each of these, there's explicit consent that the user provides us to allow us to give the information to the end project. Also, I just wanted to highlight the KYB side of things. KYC is quite commoditized at this point and is a solution that is offered by a lot of people. But KYB is actually something that is quite complicated and painful to do. So many providers, many projects actually find this to be a bit of a headache. We try to take this off of Web3 platforms and entrepreneurs' hands by doing a focused and giving them a tailored solution. We strive to have a KYB onboarding done within 4 hours. And what's important is we are very APAC focused, as Om has highlighted, and we will explain a little bit further. So again, we are a Web3 and APAC focused company. There's a few reasons why we are focused in this part of the business. So number one, the growth in APAC is just staggering. I think Asia, and in particular for us in Hong Kong as well, we strive to lead the market in terms of innovation and Web3 and blockchain industry. And so I think this is one of the main reasons why we're here. From a regulatory perspective, you can see that regulators in the region are actually very proactive in terms of coming up with good regulations. And that fits the whole narrative of why proper KYC is important. And thirdly, from our team's expertise, we do have personnel based out of Asia, Hong Kong, Thailand, having worked for the regulatory bodies as well. So the expertise is there. And there's a quick links for the demos that we can look at in the interest of time. And these are working demos that you'd be able to run with a scan of the QR code. And in terms of the pricing model, we do offer what we like to call a freemium model for the most basic KYC. There's actually this is a free on-chain product where once a wallet is KYC'd, a soul-bound NFT token is dropped into the wallet address, which is of course available for everyone to see. So at its simplest form, this is a free product for more involved information that you want from the user that will require additional services, which we are looking at $1 per KYC, $50 per KYB. And then for a more full service compliance solution, then that includes things, including on-chain AML checks as opposed in addition to off-chain checks, and we're more than happy to customize for specific needs that a project does need. In terms of our fundraising plans, so far Authento has been running with founders and partners on capital, and we're actually quite comfortable with this model at the moment. However, we do see the benefits of various strategic partnerships and speaking with different bodies, different strategic investors, and looking for grants, as it does, often it provides synergies for us to work with other partners and grow to the next level. With that, we are looking at a number of different organizations within Hong Kong and Asia, and in the Greater Bay Area as well, to find partners to work together with. From Hong Kong's perspective, we are currently based in Hong Kong. And just a quick timeline, we started in Q1 of this year, but we are making pretty good progress already. We've spoken to a number of different projects, over 20 projects, in fact, that are looking at and exploring partnerships, agreements, and solutions with us. Later in Q2 and Q3, we hope to be able to secure and announce various partnerships with the local advisory and tech boards. Just one example of what we've been looking at so far, the Hong Kong SFC had a consultation paper regarding Web3 and blockchain technology, and Authento was lucky enough to be part of this consultation, and we did make our thoughts and recommendations hopefully heard by the SFC and the rest of the industry.